Alright, so it's the day after Thanksgiving, and I was going to drive up north to help my parents out with something. And as I got on the freeway, I heard this really awful sound. Sounded like my turbo was, there was a boost leak somewhere. So I found out this is what caused the boost leak. Nothing's wrong with it. My matter of fact is this clamp had come loose, and this was not sealed against my intercooler. So this is on the boost side, going from the turbo to the intercooler. This goes from the boost tube, intercooler, and then goes to the intercooler and comes back up. So this side on the intercooler was leaking, and it was building up pressure and just leaking boost through here. And there was a ton of oil in here. So the next video we're gonna do is a catch can on the truck to get rid of this oil residue. I cleaned it all out, but underneath there, you can see my hands are black from oil, not from soot. Well, I guess oil's in the soot, but anyway. So we're gonna put this back on. It's pretty simple. Thankfully, nobody didn't lose a clamp or anything. So I'm gonna put the clamp back on. I'm gonna wiggle it back up into position, and we're gonna clamp it back down. But that's what happened. And I had this thing tightened like crazy, but since there's so much oil in from the crankcase ventilation, it just got lubricated up, and the vibration from the engine hitting the throttle and it moving and shifting, it just pulled it up like this. And this was just laying loose on the intercooler intake. So yeah, I'll try to get you guys down here and show you what's going on and give you more content on that real fast. But yeah, quick update on the truck. It's been a while. The Banks intercooler boost tubes upgrades, and the boot came off for the first time after probably, what, 20,000 miles, I guess? All because of crankcase ventilation. This thing was full of oil. Let me get y'all in here and show you what I'm talking about.
I mean, as long as it's not puddled, it's fine.
As long as it's not what?
Puddled.
There's a lot in here.
Because a lot of what that comes from is...
Alright guys, so here it is. So here's passenger side. This is where it came off. I'm sorry, so the clamp is still here, but you can see all the oil residue on here. There's our boost tube. So this is the clamp that came loose. All the oil, gravity of course, coming down. And and you can see where it blew off. Here's all the blow by, basically, I guess you call that, or what do you want to call that? I mean, from the air leaking out and blowing oil out through the tube. So imagine what's in the intercooler, right? But I mean look at that. I am probably gonna take that boost tube off and give it a good cleaning, unfortunately. So here we go. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna mess with that, get this off, clean it. I mean, I can't do nothing with that, unfortunately. I mean, actually, surprisingly, hang on, let me get my rag. The intercooler, I don't feel a whole lot of, that's not too bad actually. But yeah, there's a ton of oil in there. So we're gonna go up top, pull the cold air intake out, pull this boost tube out, get all this oil residue out of here, and then put it all back together. So let's get that set up. Luckily, the passenger side is like the easiest boost tube to get in. Whenever you take the cold air intake out, the box, it's all right there. So that's kind of nice. So I guess if it had to happen, I'm glad it happened. Well, I mean, it's gonna happen on that side regardless. But anyway, quick to get on the truck. It's like, my truck is telling me I want content, make more content about me. And the truck content has the best overall like views and reach. So here we are. She's letting me know it's time for me to work on her again. So here we are. But yeah, I've been looking at catch cans actually, because I knew, right? I mean, I've seen videos and stuff. I had no idea it was this bad. I mean, the amount of residue that comes across that's insane. It's obscene. And it goes straight into your turbo and leaks down into your intercooler. What a mess. So let me show you guys that. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but let me show you what's going on and where what I'm talking about here. So let's get y'all over here, flip y'all around. So it's this hose right here. Yeah, with this sensor, I'm not sure how to figure that out whenever the day comes. But it goes from here. Here's the filter for the crankcase, right here. Comes out, goes across here, goes down, follow my finger here, comes through here, boom, straight into the intake side on the turbo. So the catch can we're gonna plug this, obviously. That'll be no more. And I'll probably mount the catch can maybe right here on this if it'll clear. We'll figure that out when the day comes. There'll be a whole video on that. But yeah, I'm about to figure out what to do with this situation. I don't know if I can plug that or if I just leave it alone and then tie my catch can into here and go from there. And then we'll do the catch can drain like down and through somewhere. We'll figure that out later. All right, let's get this cold air intake out of here and get to our boost tube. Okay, so we may not need to pull the box out, just the tube here. So we're gonna do this bolt or this band clamp, pop this out of the way, and then our boost tube is right there. We should be able to just pull it straight out. All right, there we go. Here's our clamp for that. And I should be able to just go down and out with it. The truck is still kind of hot, so I'm trying to be careful, but yep, there we go. There we go. There's our collar. Yikes. Inside that turbo ring is sharp. Gotta love it. All right. First and mini. Oh, no, wrong one. Whoops, my bad. I didn't need to take that collar off, actually. Bolt I need, this one right here. That's right. All right, we're gonna go to the bottom and pull it out. All right, there it is. Haven't had this thing off since I installed it. See some crusties on it. I mean, we had good connection with that boot. You can see where that boot was engaged. So we had about an inch, solid inch. So I just think it just slipped off due to the oil making it slippery. Funny enough, I got a text from the Banks company saying Black Friday special. Like, well, here's my Black Friday special. I'm working on Banks stuff to make sure everything's good and stuff, good and taken care of. There's some oil right there from that boot coming off. This is the boost side. Boost side. This goes down to the intercooler. That's where the blow off was. So I'm gonna go get this cleaned up real quick. Back in a sec. Okay, we got the boost tube all cleaned up. Got the majority of the residue out in here. And we got it all just wiped down, cleaned up a little bit. See the back installed on the truck. All right. Got it on down here. You need to tighten this clamp, tighten that clamp. That clamp's really easy to get to too. You just go up through here, and it's like right on the side of the frame right there. Real simple. But yeah, that's the best thing to do for that. And then we'll have this one more like this direction here. Keep it off of this from any vibration. All right, let's go check the top. Yep, we're all set there. Let's get it all tightened up. All right. All right, that one's all tightened up. That one's all tightened up. You can kind of, so you guys can see there's a bulge like right here. So that's the flared out into the pipe. So we got a really good clamp on here. Same thing with this one. The bulge is right here by my finger. So we're clamped behind the bulge, and I went pretty tight on these. So we should be all set. Let me go back up top and get that all buttoned up. All right, we're all set. Start it up. Oh, wait. Hang on. Something must be up. Oh, my hood's open. It won't start. It won't remote start with the hood open. That's right. All right. Should be good now. All right, let's take it for a drive down the road. Let's see if we can get that sound to happen again. As soon as I gave it gas to move, it was yeah, it was like I said, best way to express that, as a friend of mine said, squeezing a fart through spandex is exactly what it sounds like. So let's see if we can hear anything. It was pretty instantaneous too. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. It's not doing it anymore. right, well, we got it fixed. Let's back up, go back to the house. I don't know if we were really given y'all a drive shot of the truck before, but we got our boost leak fixed. And give you guys some context. I mean, show y'all the mirror here, and so you don't smoke a whole lot. The tune we got from GDP is really good. Yep. All right. Well, here's a quick update for you guys. Let y'all see that, you know, stuff happens. The bank's Monster Am stuff, the bank's stuff has been outstanding. I mean, I still really enjoy it. And like I said, I woke up this morning, had to drive up north to Huntsville to help some family, and turned out I needed to go actually, but as we were driving around town to go pick up some stuff to go out that direction, we found out, I heard, like I said, like a massive boost leak. It just sounded awful. And I was trying to figure out what the heck that was and what was going on. And it kind of scared me for a minute with what it sounded like. It sounded really, really weird. But turned out it was just a loose boot. So we got the boot tightened up, and she's good to go. If this happens to you guys, maybe something to look into. I want to give y'all an update.